I'm Travis,
I'm Arysta.
and we're going to show you
How to fix lower back pain.
hockey players experience low back pain for many reasons. One of them is the overuse of the quads, the adductors, and just the position they're in while they're skating all the time. So it becomes a volume thing, and that's why they have low back pain. So how do we fix it?
Well, we need to go right into the quads and the hip flexors. So we got to start loosening that chain and getting that tone down.
So is it better to start on the quad and work your way up, or like hip flexor down?
We're going to start right in the meaty part of the quad, and we're just going to practice our shearing side to side. So we're going to get towards the knee now, and then rocking and rolling all the way up towards the hip flexors.
Right in the middle of the quad. There's some knots in there.
There's some knots in there.
There's some knots in there.
And so when you become more advanced, you can also apply a quad stretch.
I'm not that brave.
No.
So that helps like open the tissue so that roller can dig in deeper, right?
Yeah, exactly. So what's happening is we're trying to change the tone of the front chain, and we need to strengthen the posterior chain. So as we start to stretch the quads and the hip flexors in here, we can start activating the glutes better, so you can even get your stride better.
Oh, would that help hip extension?
This would help with hip extension, because if you're locked in this position short, you really can't activate the glutes. All right, we rolled the quads. Now let's get into the hip flexor. The travel roller is small enough to fit right in that hip flexor. We're gonna put it a little bit of an angle, and then you're just gonna sink right into that hip flexor. So as you're rolling here, I want you to perform like a little bit of an upward dog. So we're gonna go side to side, but then I want you to also take a deep breath in and do a little upward dog if you can. And you can come back down, and again, get into that hip flexor, rocking right in there. And again, finish with a little upward dog stretch. Deep breath in.
Not good, not good.
Another area that's overlooked is the adductor. So we're gonna get rolling into the adductors, but why would it get tight on hockey players, Travis?
Every time they stride out, and they got to pull back in. Every time they got to pull back in, those adductors are working. Off the top of my head, I'm like, they probably stride 1,000 times, like within a week. It's probably more, to be honest. So like over time, like that's a lot of striding. That's a lot of work to these adductors. And if they don't get any type of love, they're going to tighten up. And because of where they attach in your low back, they can pull, and then you're going to feel it in your low back. So it's overlooked quite frequently.
And a lot of hockey players, I see them doing the adductor stretch.
Yeah.
But what's even better then is working the fascia of the adductor. So how we do it, we get down on the side, and we're going to put the roller this way, and we're going to sink right into the belly of the adductor. Now you can start towards your knee, and then you can inch towards that hip flexor and that groin area. So as you're doing this, again, you just want to sink into it, and it's this rocking side to side. And then we're also shearing. So this time we're shearing this direction.
Ooh.
Yeah. You can also rotate, like internal rotation and external rotation. If you have that mobility, you can add that in there as well. Again, as we're doing this, we're doing a lot of good bridging with our core as well. So this really helps maintain our spine and our core strength.
So we targeted, the last one we did here, we did our adductors.
Yep.
Make sure we hit those. We did our hip flexors and our quads, right? If we can stay on top of those 3 areas, that's going to alleviate all that low back discomfort.
Exactly. Make sure you have a strong core, strong glutes, and you'll be golden.
Awesome.